live video like on Facebook by itself, basically. I think years ago, when I first started the Exceptional Sports News page, I did stuff like this, but I like my shit, man. I like my virtual studio more than this, but if it's going to mess with my monetization, you know, I'm not really going to be liking that. But I'm going to look here and I can put some polls in here. So not all is bad at doing this on Facebook. I'm also via StreamYard. I'm live in ESN, the Hardcore Sports Network. I'm live on the Exceptional Sports News page. I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm live on the ESN YouTube. I'm live on the Hardcore Sports Network YouTube. And I'm live on Twitch. Wow. I'll give you guys a question in the polls. What was your favorite moment of WrestleMania? That I think is a good starting point. What is your? Well, I got to add options. Dang it, y'all make things hard. Well, that's just a straight up vocal question. Then, do you think? I'm thinking something about Raw. Do you see any new faces coming to Raw after Mania tonight? I got 4 viewers in here, man, and just talking Facebook. I have nothing else attached with this stream, but if I want to do my monetization right, I have to do Facebook by itself. If you prefer it the broadcast way, you can go to those other platforms I told you about, because I'm definitely live on there. And I thank you, whoever in the Hardcore Sports Network's watching me. I appreciate you, man. I'm pretty new to it, but all love for all the creators and everybody trying to make this thing be great. So where do we start with night one? I would assume we have a commenter. I don't know if I can highlight that on the Facebook app, Jalen, but I appreciate you, bro. He said the best Mania ever, in my opinion. Right now, I have it standing as top 2. I have to let it marinate a little bit, man. It's going to be so hard for me to decide because it was phenomenal. Obviously, they made the most money ever with this. Amazing stories, amazing finishes. Every match was pretty good to me, besides the Usos, but you could feel the emotion in that and the storytelling. So it was okay that the match wasn't the best on paper. But yeah, I'm going to let that marinate a little bit, and I'm going to have to think about that. But I agree, it's up there. It's already top 2 for me. So no matter which way I eventually decide to go with that, it speaks volumes of how great it is. I'm gonna ask. That's gonna be my question because I keep forgetting I have to put options. All right. I'm gonna ask that. Which WrestleMania was greater? 17? Or I should do it the proper way. X7. Hey Matt, I see you in the comments, brother. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I look kind of naked here when I'm on Facebook. So if y'all like the background and stuff, I'm live everywhere else through StreamYard, but I ain't messing with my personal profile with StreamYard no more. It's gonna mess up future tools of mine. Which WrestleMania was greater, X7 or XL? Isn't that funny? The X's. See, I'm so new to this on the Facebook because I was putting the answers in the question. Y'all bear with me. I'm spoiled by StreamYard. Which WrestleMania greater? But honestly, if I can get more organic views just through Facebook, that's a positive thing. And that's what Maida was trying to tell me. So bear with me. We ain't even got to the predictions yet, but that's why I started early today. Got food in the crock pot rolling. Just chilling, man. Might, after I cover night one, I might take a little break because it's a lot to dive into. This week, I'm mad slammed, man. I got UFC 300 predictions. The Mystic Mary show on Friday. Probably might have an open discussion again tomorrow. Trying to push lives, and every time I do this, I might not go crazy and factor in StreamYard every single time. Because honestly, I mean, if stuff ain't growing with StreamYard, I might just axe it. Put heavy focus on what I'm doing already now, obviously, And people used to think this is a green screen. Nah, this is my bedroom, and it needs a fresh paint. I ain't gonna lie to you. Matt said it was the best Mania event of all time. That or Austin and Rock. I'm still there, bro. Y'all want me to give you an answer? I want to see people. That poll is up, right? Whoever's watching. I don't know if it is or not. I'm so green to this, but I do like the setup on the Facebook live stream. Feature Boy Grant. Oh, yeah, y'all can, at least on the Facebook app itself, y'all can see each other's comments. So that's beautiful. He said, "It was me, boss. I just subscribed to your YouTube channel." Hey, thank you, brother. I'm about to go subscribe to you as well. Appreciate anybody that's supporting the movement, man, and love sports. And I do a lot more than sports. So sports is my number one. And Donna, thank you. I see you in here. Yeah, it was phenomenal. This Mania is going down in the record books. They had a killing. I shared the numbers, the attendance. It was ridiculous. It was like 75K night one, like 72K night two. Snoop Dogg had the official number somewhere. I shared it. But yeah, that was awesome. And I appreciate that viewer on YouTube that's sitting there helping. Or it's on the ESN one now. So yeah, man. Obviously big stuff. I feel pretty cool to be going live in all these different spots, but you really got to pay attention. Donna said, "I was happy with it, except that damn Logan Paul." I called that to a T, you know, and we'll get to my predictions here right now. But in that match, I said Kevin Owens was there to take the fall. My heart wanted Randy Orton. I'm a diehard Randy Orton fan. But Logan Paul's, he's fun, man. He's meant to be in this business, if you want to know the truth. Uh some of the antics he does, he's a bad guy right now. Even though the crowd, they love him. You know, he has nice spots. I really enjoyed the brass knuckles and the shenanigans, speed. I don't know who that guy is, but you know, I will say this: you got to have big respect for like Logan and KSI. You know, putting his people on. You know, this kid's 19 years old and he's self-made streamer and stuff, from what I've gathered. But to have a spot at WrestleMania at 19, God, man, I've want that my whole life. I'm 30. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. I'm proud of the guy. I just don't know him. But it's nice when you see people look out for their other people in that kind of way. I feel like it was awesome. I hate Kevin Owens had to be that guy, but it wouldn't have made sense Logan being pinned or Orton, in my opinion. And definitely didn't expect Taker. I expected Austin. Honestly, I more expected Stone Cold as well. And bear with me, I gotta wipe my mic. I got a little too excited. But yeah, dude, I marked out. Like when that gong hit, I fucking jumped out my fucking chair, bro, and was shouting, man. Oh, that's the GOAT to me. Him and Charlotte Flair, I preach all the time. Those are my GOATs. And I just couldn't believe it. I told Timbo Slice, I don't know if he's watching or not, but The Undertaker, you know, he used to be basically the judge, the jury, and the executioner, and he ran the backstage politics. Like if something was going down, they went to The Undertaker to smash it. So it was very fitting that he came out there and squashed that bloodline shit. Like he's like, "Oh, final boss." No, nah, the Rock or the Undertaker is really the final boss of WrestleMania, though. That's true. Even though he's got 2 losses at Mania against Brock and Roman, no shame. The Undertaker really is. Logan did have one hell of a wild frog splash. I'll say that. He has a good spot or two every match I've seen of him, man. And I used to be a big hater, but I really like him in the wrestling space. He's meant for this, man. Jake, I ain't really come around on though. Let me go check StreamYard real quick. And I appreciate this engagement and comments. That helps me. This is a great start for my first live stream naturally through Facebook. I want to start earning on these. I got to do it like that, you know? And got to be aware of my battery when you have all these things going on like me. And I've learned doing that, you know, to kill your battery. But I've learned I'm not able to charge and run all of these streams at the same time because it'll malfunction my laptop. And I'm not trying to do that today. That's why I'd rather just put out more lives like every day this week. But with that said, one of my next investments is going to be a PC. I ain't dealing with shit dying on me and none of that. Yeah, I'm trying to scroll back up, y'all, a little ahead of me, and I love it. yelling immediately. She said, Paul is talented, not going to take that away. Wanted them to take that title. It looked like they were in control. And Matt said, I don't know if you watch Santi's app, but I love his reactions when it comes to WWE matches. Oh, he's great, man. He's a goat in his own field with that. I love it. I hadn't watched none of his reactions to last night or Saturday, but I saw in the books. I hope me wearing shades don't upset y'all because you can see how bright my face is. Like I have to have that for good light. You know, my head's kind of munched out. Yep, there go my little associate's degree, you guys. So yeah, people thinking I ain't finished school. I ain't finishing my bachelor's at Full Sail. That's a fact. All right. So yep, I forget the title they call him backstage. I think Logan Ricochet. I like that, Chris. That's very fun. They had some spots back in the day. I think it was on a cell or a ladder. I don't remember what it was, but I know they had something fun going on. It was like Money in the Bank or something, wasn't it? But yeah, them two could have a very good long-term program. They like I see it in my head, the little bit of work they've done together in the past, and it was awesome. Do you think Priest's first title defense is against Drew McIntyre? You already know it, buddy. And non-defending champ, no. I think I'm actually, I put that status that I hated Priest, and I didn't mean that. I hated he ruined Drew's moment. I'm a big Drew McIntyre guy. But you go watch that man's press conference, man, after winning that title. You'll look at him in a different way. That dude, he said he don't deserve it. He basically was saying there's many things he's done. He shouldn't even be in this position. But he worked his ass off, and I got respect for that. And I think he's going to be a defending champ, bro. He's young, he's talented. He can get over, get people like me upset with the stuff he was doing, which I'm a fan of that heel work, even though I said I hated him. I actually hate Dominic Mysterio. That's somebody I actually hate. And yes, Matt, we definitely knew he was going to crash, but he crashed. But I wanted it tonight, man. But hey, I got what I wanted at least. Drew had his little 5 seconds, and I'm happy he got to do that in front of a record crowd, though. SummerSlam wasn't a 6-man tag. That cross ring clothesline. You're right. It might have been a 6-man tag. I'm a little hazy. I knew there was a lot of bodies, and I remember a spot. That's I got a good memory, but I don't remember everything. But I believe you're right, bro. Who do you think they're going to push to take Rhea's title? Do you think Bianca, Naomi are going to be a new faction? I don't know. I don't know what's next for Rhea, really. I think Jade's going to be sticking around on SmackDown. Whoops, I think we had a damn malfunction here. Really? Bear with me, you guys. I'm back on StreamYard. I got to get Facebook back. no idea where this fucking camera's at. There we go. Settings, insights. Sorry guys on StreamYard. My damn laptop is just cheeks, man. Now it's giving me this like, where's your camera at shit? I don't know how to add it. That's my issue here. I might have to reset it. This is crazy. Yeah. Weird. Bear with me, guys, on StreamYard. Yeah, I think I gotta turn to, yeah, I had some mistakes, man, on Facebook, and now it's asking me to give my camera permission again. Hello? I'm probably gonna be better off without that mic here, but my Facebook, I don't know what happened there. And I'm still trying to get back. It keeps saying waiting for camera permission. Like, really? Might have to redo the whole thing. I had a feeling. Can you hear me on StreamYard good now? But yeah, I had a feeling, damn, something funky was gonna fuck up with Facebook today, bro. Like, how do I give my camera permission? This is stupid, dude. That's why Meta pisses me the fuck off right here. I'm gonna just redo it. Fuck it. Time I think sometimes when I just have all them devices rolling, man, it gets crazy. You post. Hey, we good? We back? I don't know what happened there. I apologize. I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm in the ESN page now, actually. Yeah, so I had that really botched terribly bad. All right, so I'll go live one more time and try to be quick. I've never had these kind of problems. I really hate it. Sorry. If that could have just used my fucking StreamYard. No, of course not. Of course not. So I gotta go strip. Wrestlemania. We'll get back rolling, you guys. Wrestlemania Afterthoughts. I gotta try to be quick so I don't drain this damn battery. And I'm just keeping my mic out. I guess if I have a million things plugged up at once, that's just smarter for me to do. Until I get my PC at least. But yeah. We live again, baby. Maybe we won't have this fucking mistake happen again. What happened on Facebook, I would have been back up, but at the same time, it was asking, like, I already gave them permission for my camera, and then it was asking for me again, and no camera was popping up. It's like, well, what the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna try to give people a couple seconds to make their way back in here and get rolling. Man, we was rolling nice too. So I am thankful for that, but this laptop ain't even that old. It just sucks, man. That's the reality of it. I'm about to pull up on my phone to make sure I can hear me talking. Get rolling. Yes, sir. Perfect stuff. All right, so I'm going to start obviously with night one. We had a few different questions. I'm going to have to go back to the last post actually and try to see anything that I missed. And I really hate that, what happened on that stream. Maybe I need to just, when I do them, have a day for Facebook only, and move my other content wherever else it needs to go. I can't even see it right now. But yeah, we back, baby. I'm hopping right into night one. All right, so all right, so getting there. We can I want to start. I thought I had night two saved. We had a lot of issues today. But I just think this old laptop can't handle a lot of what I'm doing, man. But as you know, I believe off the head, I only got 2 wrong, completely wrong with WrestleMania. So that's a very good feeling for me. All right, so we're gonna start with Rey Mysterio and Andrade, who replaced Dragon Lee. I was a little upset about that, but I didn't change my thoughts on the match. I wanted to see Rey Mysterio go over on his son again. It was awesome. But obviously, Dominic and Escobar got some bright futures. I'm not the biggest fan of either of them, really. I like Dragon Lee, so I was kind of sad he wasn't involved in this match, but got it right, and we got rolling with it. Gunther and Sami Zayn, I got wrong, but I even said on the podcast for people that watched me, I was saying that if it was Brock Lesnar and Gunther like it should have been before everything that happened, I think I would have took Gunther easy money all day because it would have just helped them. Brock really didn't have no business needing a belt like that. But this made it hard, especially they were in Philly and Rocky, the origins of Rocky's there, the underdog story. It was nice to see. So it didn't shock me, but I did get it wrong. I wanted to see Gunther win, and I damn sure would have made a case to lose it at night 2 or Friday Night SmackDown instead of where he did lose it, because he lost that damn thing with 666 days as champion. I'm good on that. I wouldn't want that attached to me. But the other comments I missed at the end of the stream, I'm sorry, you guys. Just bring them back. This laptop is junk. It's hard. I guess my computer, like I said, the laptop can't take it so much. So your boy will be buying a PC in the very near future. Something that ain't gonna die on me, and bullshit can't handle. Like I take it when I'm using StreamYard, then live on Facebook, and then also when I go back into with the mic hooked in too. It's just a lot going on. But the stream never stopped, at least in StreamYard when I got it straight. But everything's back right. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to keep things moving. So any questions I miss, feel free to let them be known again. The next match we're going to get into was the 6-pack ladder match. I got half of that right. So yeah, I got 1.5 wrong, I believe, on the show. Yeah, 1.5 wrong on night 1. That's pretty funny though, man. It's like it was a great match though. I wanted to see I did process of elimination. So I initially said the New Day doesn't need another moment at Mania. They've had plenty, not no knock on them. So I eliminated them on the podcast. I took Awesome Truth, and then I took DIY. So I'm okay with what they did. Being you're gonna have A-Town down, they're gonna have the SmackDown. They're on SmackDown, so at least it's split in a good way. Check out StreamYard. Yeah, man, I was sad because we were damn rolling so good until that mistake happened. Maybe some other people will come back in because we was getting into the thick of things, like for real. I'm actually going to close out. It's like this thing. I think it overheats. That's the problem I have with the damn laptop, I believe. It'd be making noises, and you sometimes can hear it, but trying to keep it to a minimum. If it crashes again, I might just have to record this by myself and set it to go live. It'll look like it's live like it is right now, but it really won't be. And I hate that it's got to be that way if it comes to it, but I get tired of this crashing. I never had these problems, man. But this laptop is junk. All right, so Jade, Bianca, Naomi versus Damage Control. What I tell y'all, I said the 3 black queens. That's what I said. When I have time and I can go back and clip that little piece, I'm absolutely going to do it. And that's what they are. Jade alone is why I knew that they were going to win. You can't have Jade lose her WrestleMania debut, especially when you're trying to book her in a strong way. So, thankful for all you viewers and all of that. Trying to comment on the old stream to let people know. Sorry about the difficulties. And what's funny, we were rolling so good, and I hadn't even made one prediction yet, or went over one prediction yet on that video. I let y'all down, man. I feel bad about that, but I can't help that. Just know if it was up to me and I can control it, it wouldn't be happening. All right. So you got Jay and Jimmy Uso. See, I thought their feud should have been more like LA Knight and AJ Styles. You know, that was real personal. And being that those two are brothers, I really wanted to see it be personal. So I was real bummed it didn't go down like that. But I could feel the emotion in the match itself and the drama, but there wasn't a lot of good spots. Those two were literally, I mean, we know they're twins, but their movesets are just identical, and it was just a little too much super kicking for me. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. It was one of them things that I predicted right, but I would have been fine if it went the other way. I'm Irish, so I've always had good, big love for Becky Lynch. You know, I'm a Charlotte Flair fan first and foremost, but I've always backed Becky. Becky, my second favorite out of the four horsewomen. And I wanted to see her win, but I made the case it ain't your time. It's Rhea's time. Ripley needs this. He's been on a dominant run, dude. I don't know who's going to be the one to take it from her. We'll see. But I was right about that. I was happy. Rhea's a beast, man. There ain't many like her. In the main event of night 1, that broke so many hearts. I called it, but it broke a lot of y'all's hearts because a lot of Cody's people that took Cody to win night 2 anyway wasn't thinking. They were thinking it was going to be clean and Cody the Rock going to turn. I thought the Rock was going to turn, but I still had the Bloodline winning that specific match. But I thought they did really good because You know, when Roman speared The Rock in that match, The Rock sold that thing, boy. I ain't ever seen The Rock sell something like that since when Goldberg speared him. But everybody was like, "Oh, that's it." You know, we're getting into the goods. It's coming the next night. They threw a curveball, you know, with the dead man. And like I said on the last live stream when we were talking a little bit about that, the Undertaker in the locker room during his era, he was the judge, the jury, and the executioner. So he was fitting to put an end to that bloodline shit the way he did. But y'all run these comments up. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania and all of that? I see we got 2 comments on StreamYard. I assume y'all can hear me good there now. I hated what happened. See, when I wouldn't have had to make a completely second live stream for Facebook, but my camera wasn't accepted. So I was able, after the mistake, to come back quick and get everything going on StreamYard, but not on Facebook. I had to do a whole new stream. Donna said, heard people saying Rock was going to turn too. Yeah, I thought he was, just I thought it would be last night. But the Undertaker, you know, I love it. And yet, the locker room general, when people would fight and fuss and have issues backstage they couldn't handle as men, the Undertaker used to handle it. Yeah. Anybody on my Facebook, you know, I like them stars, yo. And I give stars back. I got 800 stars in my stars account that I get from being verified, you know, like I get 100 a month and I stack them. I mean, I sent out some. I've had more than that, but I sent, like it shows here, send 200 to pin your comment. I did that, but it costs more. Certain bigger streamers might ask for 4 and 5, like they did me. It was Max Holloway, MMA fighter, fighting UFC 300 Saturday. Actually, we'll be talking about that. I don't know, probably Wednesday, maybe Friday. I don't know. I'm still running through scenarios with that. But as we know, that's not what we're here to do today. I might even do something a little bit different with that because I feel bad. I don't want my mic plugged up right now because I don't want to risk this shit shutting down like it just did. And I closed every tab I'm not using. So please, God, let me get through this. What I was saying, maybe with the UFC predictions later in the week, I'll damn pre-record it and just set it to go live. That was night 1. I was talking about earlier on the first live stream we attempted that, you know, after that I might take a break, but nah, buddy. I'm gonna push this out and talk and see about some people coming in or whatnot. I'm telling you, dude, we was sitting right earlier in here. Damn, Jordan, I can't pin it because I'm on Facebook. But if you came into StreamYard where my YouTube is or whatever and commented that, I could show it. You crazy. And did it suck because Roman lost? Come on, man. That to me, top 2 off head right now. I don't know if I can put it above WrestleMania 17, but it is top 2 right now. And that's going to be the question I had on the last poll. Which Mania was better? X, because I didn't even get to see the insights. I lost everything, man. It was straight horse shit. Which night did you think was better, at least? And you get good thanks on that, Chris. The Royal Rumble, Ricochet, and Paul. I seen it in my head. I just, like I said, I couldn't piece together what it was. And I apologize, dude. I'm mad that things was rolling so good, and it's like, oh, fuck up. I blame that on Meta completely. Because, I mean, they're the ones telling me I need to go live through the app. So they have me on StreamYard streaming and on Facebook streaming, killing my fucking battery and shit. You know, I'm not live on Instagram because I'm not having a third source right now. And night 2 was better. Best match was Io and Bailey. I can't agree with that. That was a solid match. But I even like Becky and Rhea more than that, bro. I'll be honest with you. Taker came back for a total of 40 seconds. Wasn't impressed. My opinion, it was the worst Mania I ever watched. That's a hot take because I can't say I've heard anybody say that. And hell, Taker coming back for 10 seconds, whatever it is, hell, he's earned that, bro. You see how many years has he put in this industry? He can't come out there and deliver you a match. If you watch him on his podcast, he tells you that. To me, that was a perfect spot for him. He come out there and he's literally the judge, jury, and the executioner, literally. And he put an end to that bloodline shit. If Roman won, you wouldn't be saying this stuff, bro. I believe that. I'm gonna die on that hill. I think if Roman Reigns won, you wouldn't be saying that. And see, that's where we different. I was mad last year that Cody lost, but I didn't trash the product. I thought 39 wasn't even really that good. I love Charlotte and Rhea at that event, but Rhea and Becky was awful, man. Man, that's an awful take. If you want me to be honest with you. Nah, Rhea just a beast, man. She don't hardly ever have a bad match, in my opinion. She might have a botch here and there. I'm gonna be honest. She ain't. You want to talk awful? Go watch Nia Jax. That's fucking awful, bro. There's a reason her ass wasn't there. Main event was solid. Night 2 was hands down better than night 1 for sure. Way more emotionally interesting. Yes, I thought they did great. Rhea just beating up Lynch. I mean, she claims she the man, right? So she took a little beating like a man. That's how I see it. I had people was complaining about everything, man, if they didn't like it. You know, in that main event, even I've seen people complaining about Stone Cold not being there. Like, bro, Stone Cold probably don't give a shit, if you want to know the truth. As much as I wanted to see a beer bash and have fun with Stone Cold, no. I thought I'd see Stone Cold quicker than the Dead Man, but let me get night 2 pulled up for you guys. See, I can't do no screen sharing like this, man. You know, I could with StreamYard, but I'm not trying to be on StreamYard screen sharing and then bounce the face. It's just going to have too much going on. And I see you, Don. I'm back on StreamYard checking the YouTube comments now. Yeah, Facebook fucked me over with that. And they've been telling me, oh, your monetization account, you can't cross post. You can't do this. You can't do that. You got to do it in our app. And it's not right, man. They also told me I won't ever get ads on Reels. Like if there's a watermark or whatever from a different app, even if you own it and create it. And I have friends that literally post they own it now. So I'm not saying they don't, but they post their stuff on Facebook and all you see is that damn that stupid TikTok noise and that stupid ass watermark. But and right under it, advertisement. And it's like Meta has a different set of rules, I feel like, for all of us creators, man, because they pick and choose. I'm not going to hate on that, Jordan, about Zayn winning the IC title. Before my last stream got cut, I was talking about, you know, that was like the real life Rocky shit. And they were in Philly, the origins of Rocky, it felt right. Wasn't my favorite moment now, but it was awesome. I do give props for that. It's night 2. I'm bummed that, you know, how good it was the first stream, but at least the statistics, the comments and all that'll still be there. But this laptop, I hate Apple. I bragged about MacBook. The only thing Apple I like, fuck this MacBook. I'm telling you, I'm having me something. The next computer, I mean PC, I'm fucking good. I ain't having no problems with what I'm trying to do. I assure you that. Facebook is full of people pissed off about Roman losing because they said Cody got help. However, I honestly can't remember a single match since he held the title that he didn't have help. Saw stage, yes, but honestly, Roman is probably tired, even though he didn't wrestle but 10 to 15 tops a year. He's getting a break. Same with Rollins. People forget our hero wrestlers are human and need rest too. Absolutely. And even with having leukemia and remission, people don't understand that's a battle every day. That medication's fighting. I don't have leukemia, but somebody with HS that has to live with that every day. And I would have to take medicine every day if I chose to, but I choose to only take my medicine for that when I have the flare-ups. So that's the thing with something like that. People might think, well, oh, it's in remission. Roman's good. Roman's probably fucking tired. Roman's body is in a constant war. You know, yeah, he might look good and ripped on the outside, but leukemia will fucking kill you. I'm very happy, you know, he's got these doctors and medication and stuff to help him, and he'll live his life. I don't believe it's going to take any time off of his life, but he's going to have some rough days, you know, and that's part of life. I love that Roman went from cutting being a heel. I think it was at the press conference to right to that real life stuff. He's a real guy, and these guys really aren't Superman or who you would think that you would want them to be. They're larger than life characters, though. But at the end of the day, they are human, and they get hurt. They go through things that they're sensitive. You know what I mean? They just like us. You know, I've been ratting and giving Roman hell, but the same token, I got nothing but respect for that man. I'm just happy I got what I wanted finally. But Roman needs some to go to Hollywood. I mean, whatever you want to do to enjoy your time off, I'm for it. If he wants to continue an angle doing something, I'm fine with that. But I like that, you know, they kind of look like they're going to push the Rock and Roman off to a later date. And I'm fine with that. I was saying last night, SummerSlam and WrestleMania is really the best time to do that. Donna said, I was happy Roman lost. Night one to me was better. Something death crashed all. Yeah, I hate StreamYard, man. I love it, but I hate it. It's just because I have two streams going on at the same time in two different tabs, I felt like. Then I had another internet tab up. I was going to try to screen share. Then my mic's connected into other port. It was too much, man. This computer can't handle this like I want it to. And yep, Zane pulling from Rocky 3 specifically. Yeah, I like that you said Rocky 3 specifically. Seth and Roman need breaks. Seth's been through it. And I've been saying Seth might not have had a good record at WrestleMania, but dear God, that man deserves a bonus check. That man performed both nights and 3 times overall especially when he came into the main event. I thought that was dope. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I know this stream looks a little different right now, but it is what it is. I had Matt in here earlier, and a few people I no longer got in the chat, and I miss y'all, man. But about to get cracking with night 2. Thoughts? Just want to try to be quick because the last thing I want is this thing to shut down again. Yeah, it's all with this streaming stuff and everything, you know, it has its up and downs. You got mistakes and everything else. And Donna said, I love Roman's press conference. They shed a bit of reality when they do that. Yes, and that's free. That's free content right there. You know, anytime they do that, a lot of those are free to the media, press, and all of that good stuff. So I look at that as hidden gems to get content. And him and Cody, even though Roman's was night 1, his touching story and stuff, and then Cody night 2 talking about the watch. I can't play it on Facebook though. I wanted to go pull it up. If you ain't heard it yet, it was one of the last reels I put. But if I didn't have to do these split up, then I'd go play it for you. But basically, he was gifted that watch that Dusty Rhodes pawned to have the money for Cody to go to acting school. And I mean, that you can't make shit like that up, man. It's dude. It was such a emotional and happy moment. It's like, man, you know, imagine how Dusty felt even having to do that. But he put his son first in his dreams. And Dusty was a damn good father, man. All right, WrestleMania night 2. See, that makes everything harder. Like, now that I don't have where I can screen share with you guys because I have Facebook. It has to be its own entity. All right, so night 2, baby. And also, we can have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, any of that stuff. Let them be known. I know this ain't really my best time frame, but as you seen Friday, we was killing it. Some of the comments were just on Friday, it was just too crazy. But I like when it's like that. Truthfully, I'm just trying to be aware of my battery here and all of that. But that's why I try to fully charge it and then use it. Because I know if I plug that motherfucking charger in while I'm using it, what's going to happen is what happened earlier, too. So to open up the card, World Heavyweight Championship, Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Definitely got that right. I was happy for 5 seconds. But like me and Matt was talking about it, we didn't really go over the match, but the match was brought up on the other stream. I'm happy for Damian Priest. I don't hate him like I put on that post yesterday. I just didn't like the moment he did that. But this ain't over yet. Drew McIntyre is going to get some revenge. He might be raising that belt up next time they go to Scotland. What's up, Lucas? He asked if my clip's ready. I'm trying to be. We finally getting some guys in here on the StreamYard side. I had to split this up, dude. Like, I'm live on Facebook, but then I'm on StreamYard with like live in 12, well, like 8 other places or something like that. I'm happy about that. And Donna, yeah. What I thought we froze up again because my mouse disappeared. I would have cried. But yeah, I believe he's smiling down too. That picture I shared of them from 1993 to now, that it was nice to see that, like Dusty's soul, his spirit in the picture. And it was fate. Donna said, I thought Damian was going to cash in on Cody. Pleasantly surprised with the cash in. It was so funny. And CM Punk, Fragile Field, was warning Drew, this is your moment. Yeah. Why are you worried about me? So Drew McIntyre should have left the arena, even though we know it's scripted and all. But we got to have something to fight over and argue. And I'm hanging on to that. Why didn't Drew just leave? I wanted to cash in to be like tonight. What's up, Miguel? I appreciate you on the live stream, buddy. We random open talk, WrestleMania breakdown, basically, all of that good stuff. Now, that was that was all in the same order, basically. Damian Priest come out there and did his thing. A lot of people called for that. I'm not shocked, but I can't say I specifically said he's cashing in tonight. I didn't really give him a specific date, but I was that guy that kept trying to push the narrative of Raw after Mania because that's really what I wanted. But it wouldn't have made sense, realistically. My opinion of ISO Speed. I actually, before this whole stream went kaput, I did touch on him a little bit. I have no idea who that man is prior to last night, but the kid, he's pretty phenomenal with what he does with the streaming stuff. He's 19 years old and had a spot at WrestleMania, something I could only dream and hope. So none but respect for the guy. Like I said, I don't really know much about him, but he's doing awesome stuff to be so young, and he's inspiring. Drew definitely should have left. Karma is a beast. I swear, when he walked over to that announcer's table, I said, man, because I knew it. I knew it. I said, if Punk don't get up from the table in the middle of the match to stir something up, Drew gonna go mess with him, and that's probably when this happens. And I was like, man. But this is some of Drew McIntyre's best work of his whole career, I feel like. The United States, and also, you guys, I have a good idea what I could do next time. It just hit me. Instead of overpowering my computer, I can go buy me one of them new phone stands, because my phones are better. Let's be honest, our phones are better than fucking most computers. It's better than this piece of shit. So what I'm trying to say is I can go live strictly on Facebook through my phone and then use StreamYard for everything else. That way I'm not overpowering my laptop. I think that's brilliant. I'm definitely trying to do things better and make it right because I don't like when my shit just disconnects like that. And in the street fight, LA Knight, can I get a yeah? Yeah, let me talk to you. That was who I took. Obviously, he's a Maryland boy. The right man went over. They're both veterans, AJ Styles and him. I love AJ Styles. I think of a lot of their TNA battles, but it wasn't for AJ to win. LA really needed this. I can't think of many guys this current era, excuse me, that are like over with the crowd the way he is. Dude deserves a mega push, and they need to quit. They need to quit ignoring him. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy is money. Why do you think he's the only other guy since Macho Man in this industry to get that Slim Jim deal? I mean, he's perfect. I just hate, he's got less time in front of him than behind him. You know what I mean? That's why you can't play with him. You can't afford to have another 5-year title run happen right now. 4 years, whatever be it, People, there's guys that need pushes, man, and he's one of them. Undertaker coming back. Oh, the Undertaker's the GOAT. I seen you ask who my favorite wrestler is. He's of all time, it's male and female, is him and Charlotte. And I don't mind him spamming Lucas. It's good. But I was stoked about the Undertaker coming back. And people were saying it was short. It's like, well, what would you really expect the Undertaker to do? Because I've actually on his podcast, I've heard him quote saying he can't go have a match anymore, and he wouldn't want to go out and have a match because he can't give us what he knows he used to give us, and he don't want to give you a cheap product. So he's even out of his mouth said, I can pop up for a spot, a choke slam, literally out of his mouth, just like that. And that's what he did. I'm fine with it, man. He's the judge, jury, and the executioner of WWE, and he put an end to that bloodline nonsense. Lucas, you bad, son. I ain't even talk to you no type of way. I was just telling you it's cool, son. The current favorite wrestler, I don't know, man. It might be like Randy or LA Knight, but I want to also start thinking about younger talent. I'm big on Dragon Lee, but I don't know what's going down with him. Yeah, you talking about a parody of himself. The man's a legend. He doesn't need to do anymore. Oh yeah, somebody was like, man, my friend William was like, he didn't just pop up. He got paid millions. Like, yeah, but not just anybody can get that spot. The Undertaker's earned that spot. You put 30 years in this game, you could pop up and do that. I ain't gonna complain. I wish I would do it for less money. I can choke slam the Rock. I mean, God Almighty, it might not look like an Undertaker choke slam because I'm not 6'10". I'm 6'4", but I can damn choke slam somebody. That's a fact. I'd do it for a cool $2,000, man. I'd do it for free because it's Wrestlemania. Anybody, Facebook, man, send some stars, son. I would appreciate that. Facebook's dead as fuck right now, but little does anybody know that I'm on StreamYard too. It's like, so that's where all these conversations are coming from. Let's see, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook don't be showing you watching with nobody. But I'm fine with that because it's all gonna come. Let me get to this next match for you guys. All right, the triple threat match. Logan Paul defeats Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. It went exactly the way I thought. Kevin Owens was there for that reason. I wanted Orton to win, but I predicted Logan Paul because it makes more sense. But it wouldn't have made sense for Orton to get pinned. That's just my opinion. But hey, all three of these guys are awesome. I enjoy watching them. I will fight you, Miguel. Y'all boys crazy up in this YouTube chat, but I love it. I normally I normally never have much going down on YouTube, but I'm thankful for the Hardcore Sports Network. That's for sure, because that's two of y'all is from there. One of mine's on my personal YouTube page, which is Donna. So yeah, this is good stuff. Bailey defeat Io Sky. EO, excuse me. Some words can get you, man. Them wise. But yeah, I thought it was a great match. That's the only match I got wrong on night 2, but I'm okay with it. I literally am fine with the ones that I got wrong. The 2.5 I got wrong, okay? Between night 1 and night 2, I got 2.5 wrong. But Bailey, it's nice. She got her moment, but I think they really should have built Sky a little bit more, but who knows? I feel like this is far from over. Now we got a viewer back on Facebook. Yeah, just because you don't see anybody watching me on Facebook, I promise you we jumping. I'm live on Hardcore Sports Network. I'm live on the ESN group, LinkedIn, other YouTube platforms, Twitch. I just have to do Facebook by itself is all. And I'm mad because y'all was watching on the Facebook my first stream before I had the technical difficulties. Now nobody wanted to give your boy a chance. At least on Facebook, but Bailey needed her win. They need to do something else with EO. I'm just not a fan. Yeah, they do need to do a little bit something different with her though. But she in the ring, she's fun to watch. She's like Asuka though, boring. Like when it comes, you got to learn. You got to get better on the mic with your English and stuff, man. I mean, that's really what it is to me. But her and Asuka both are fun in the ring. I bet you if Asuka gets her English like grade A, she wouldn't be winless at WrestleMania. And yeah, them comments on Facebook was rolling in. My friend Matt was there, a bunch of people. I don't know. Facebook usually is where it jumps the most for me at too. But that's usually like on Friday nights. That's my best show. I go at nights on Fridays mostly, but during the week I try to go during the afternoon hours and stuff. But yeah, we're on to the main event. The WWE Universal Championship champion Roman Reigns, challenger Cody Rhodes. Man, the story's complete. And one thing I did touch on the podcast the other day, with the story being over, what's next for Cody? Because they have to do something big for Cody Rhodes. I was saying, I did take Cody. You all know that. But I was saying when I was making the argument, I could see each way it goes. It's like Roman in the bloodline, they talked about extra innings and stuff, and they really could have had extra innings with that. But I'm curious. I'm very curious what they do with Cody now. It's like he reached his mountaintop. All of them people storming the ring yesterday for him, and the press conference and the life stories about like the watch we talked about, the tears, like I don't know what they do from here. I'm not saying Cody's not over and not going to be a great champion, because I believe he will be, but I just don't know what's next. I don't know why they aren't working with him. Maybe Shinsuke as well. Shinsuke's funny though. I love Shinsuke's mannerisms. Like I love when he had that little thing going on with AJ Styles where he'd pop up and just low blow him. And he had the best facial expressions when he did it. And Donna said Roman is said to have another good storyline coming. I did read where Triple H said that, and I'm hoping so. But if he needs time until then, that's fine. I don't expect things to ramp up with Roman until about SummerSlam. We'll figure out probably around then. But yeah, that's where we're at. Here is this main event. I'm happy Cody finished the story. I was telling Roman fans the ones went to the birds. Now y'all feel how I felt last year. I took Cody last year. I took Cody this year. I took Cody into Rumble last year, but I didn't take Cody into Rumble this year. I didn't really think it was going to make sense for Cody to win the Royal Rumble this year. I just did. I knew there'd be a way you could get him back in that spot without that, though. But I didn't want to be the guy to do that. I think I said CM Punk. And y'all know how I feel about Fragile Phil, but William, thank you for popping up. Man, I have to do this nakedly with Facebook, right? So I have a lot more viewers than what it looks like because you know me, I'm on StreamYard, but StreamYard's fucking with my monetization, man. Like I have to go live on Facebook by itself, and this shit sucks. I don't have my background, none of that. And then when I went live earlier and it was jumping, bruh, my computer fucking shut down. So and that's why I don't have my mic hooked up. I'm not charging it. I have two tabs open, StreamYard and Facebook, because I don't want this to power off on me again. And after that happened, I told myself my next big purchase is a laptop or a PC, a powerhouse PC. I'm done with this shit with a laptop, bro. Can't use it like I want to use it. It's weak. But Williams said, I heard the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year. I wouldn't be surprised it coming from you. If you said anything less, I'd be a little worried about you, buddy. But I'm excited for football. You know I'm real excited for those football streams, man. They're going to be awesome. But I was even saying, Matt or William, to make things easier, instead of overpowering this, like on my next video when I have to split Facebook from it, I'm gonna go live on my phone, Facebook, like through the Facebook app, and then just have one tab for StreamYard and do it that way. That's what I need to do. Do I watch any of the IFL? I'll be honest, very little, bud, but I need to get into it. I need to get into everything that I can get into. That's a fact. Let's see. Sounds about right. SummerSlam about Roman Reigns. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that's when we see him too. That'd be a good time for him. Rest up, heal up, whatever it is he's got to do. And the indoor football league is a great substitute. Yeah, that is. I need to study more into that. You know, I'm into the other football leagues that's been going on and stuff like the USFL and all of that, XFL, all of that fun stuff. I know they merged and whatnot, but I've tried to been very supportive of all of those, even ones that have came and tanked and all of that. I want to see a second option like they have now stick around actually, because there's so many good talent around that just probably realistically ain't gonna make it to the NFL, or at least not right away, that need a platform like that. I'm all for it. But yeah, with Cody finishing the story, I was happy. I said 2.5 matches wrong at WrestleMania weekend for me. I need to go back and clip my shit because, like, especially that take about the three black queens, about Jade, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. I love that. I was screaming, pounding the desk, like, give me the three black queens. And that's something else May to be telling me I need to clip my live streams, turn them into reels. So that advice is like, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it for the things that's worthy. And you probably see a lot of that tonight. But yeah, I'm going to be smarter with my next live. It's going to be a little different than today. It was more a feel out process with me having to keep Facebook separate. So I know now that my laptop really ain't that good with trying to have a million things going on at once, and that's completely okay. At the end of the day, this second live might not have done crazy on Facebook, but I'm happy to get it out, and I'm happy we had some interactions going, and I'm happy it didn't shut down this time. And if it was to shut down now while we're talking, it's dead for the day because we're done with the WrestleMania stuff. 8 on 8, 50-yard field goal, 2-player motion, high scoring impact football. Hey, I'm sold, William. You're going to have me going up and checking out the IFL a lot more. I dig it. We need more stuff like that, especially when it's off season of other sports like the NFL and college and blah, blah, blah. Y'all have anything you want to talk about while I'm here? I'll be live probably tomorrow. I'll be live. If I'm not live, I'd rather go live with UFC 300 prediction show tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to have my predictions ready. That's tough. But I'll be Friday Mystic Mary show, and then we might squeeze in an open discussion in there one of these days. Donna said WrestleMania is over. I feel so empty. Me too. It's like after all the celebration and the press conference, it hit me. It's like, man, we only feel this twice a year now with the 2 nights, but You only get this event once a year. And it's like, man, I'm getting old. I remember WrestleMania 20 like yesterday. WrestleMania 17 like yesterday. The Rock was the only reason I started watching WWE the last couple weeks. He brought an edginess that's been missing too long. Not a Cody fan. I feel he's too much like Cena, too G-rated. I respect that, bro. And the same token, you're right that The Rock did bring back an edginess, and I feel it's going to stay. I think when they go to Netflix, it's really going to just get even better from there. I'm a big Cody fan, but I see what you're saying about the PG stuff, but forget all of that. You know, I'm a fan of his family in general. My grandma, her favorite wrestler was Dusty Rhodes, so she's no longer here. You know, so a part of me had her living through me watching Cody win last night. It meant a lot to me, the sentimental stuff like that. But Heimfly, somebody mentioned to me, and we might be having a Cody heel turn. Now, I'm not saying like that's a concrete fact, but it was brought up in discussions. So, would you be interested if that's the route they went with him? Because I wouldn't mind seeing him as a bad guy, but he's just so over with the crowd as the good guy. It's just hard to believe it. And yes, it is over, Donna. In a new era now, got to give it a chance. I'm giving it a chance with open arms. I'm excited. What's up, Mitch? Mitch said hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to be smart with the stream now. Facebook wants me to have them separate, but I am live on the network on Facebook right now too. But I just have my personal page live on Facebook right now, and it was doing good the first stream, and then we crashed, and now it's like, nah. The StreamYard more than made up for it, bro. Like, we got towards the end of the podcast, and now we rocking. So I'll talk to y'all either till the thing crashes or computer dies. I'll even try to plug up the charger piece when my battery gets to like 20%. She said, I started watching with my grandparents as well. Yeah, my grandma was big on Steamboat, Dusty, Ric Flair, $1 Million Man. I mean, she liked a lot of people like that, and even older talent. But I wasn't big on Dusty per se growing up, but I learned to appreciate what that man really did as I aged. He's big. He's big time, even though he never got to hold that title that Cody has. But the he's awesome. He's a big part of wrestling. And yeah, it'd be very tremendous, man. It'd be something fresh. Just like people think Roman might come back as a baby face, but that ain't gonna work. We've seen how that went. I said that before this tribal chief stuff even started. Like, him as a face ain't working. You need to go ahead. He gets booed, so you need to go ahead and turn that and parlay that into a different character. And honestly, when the tribal chief character became to be, I was hooked. I was a big fan. Even when I got burnt out on Roman Reigns in the Bloodline, I still had to see it. You know, that's all of us. Even people that wanted Cody to win hate Roman. We watched it. So, phenomenal cinema, like my friend Nick likes to say. That's how I look at it. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. And I'm back in here, William. I've missed a couple comments, but my Massachusetts Pirates are 3-0. Nice. You might even have a Carolina team. I ain't pulling for no Carolina team, bro. I don't rep any Carolina team right now anyway, besides Coastal. Nothing sports-wise in the Carolinas does anything for me. I'll be honest there. I be getting love from the Baltimore Ravens when I be sometimes posting their stuff and shouting them out. I don't get nothing. I don't get no support from those sports in the Carolinas at all. So I feel a certain type of way about that. And you know me, I ain't a local sports guy as is anyway. I'm a national. Cody will turn this good boy run get stale. Yeah. The good boy run was very fitting for the story, but now, like we were saying, what's next? He's got to do something different. He's the champion now. You got to be able to grab and elevate and grab the audience in a different type of way. They watched a lot of WCW back then. Yeah, I believe it. I liked a lot of WCW too. I liked ECW, NWA, TNA. Oh man, all the good stuff. AEW, I was one of their biggest supporters when they came out. Now I don't give a shit about it. Not a lie. I say that, but me saying that is I don't turn the cable on for it. I'll go watch the highlights of what I want of it though. Like she said, Roman was never over as a face. He never. It didn't work. I mean, he got reaction from the crowd, but straight booing. You know what I mean? Which that's good. They say you want that and versus silence, but that's why they had to parlay that booing into turn it into something special. And what did I think of Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame speech? I thought it was one of the best ones of all time, honestly. He really deserved it. I can't think of a better manager / creative mind than him that should have went in there. I mean, Bray Wyatt, yes, of course, but I think he might have his own big thing next year. But what they did for Bray Wyatt with the Midnight Express, I thought was cool. Like they really did give him some proper respect and a send off. But he's gonna get his soon. Bray will be in there just like Pops. We got a viewer back on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook dragging today. The one it's whatever though. StreamYard, YouTube. Normally Facebook, I can't get it to stop. If you want me to be completely honest, but the other stuff it don't be jumping like this. So it's the Raw after Mania. I guess we can touch on that a little bit too while we still here talking. Do you think Jacob Fatu is going to debut tonight? A lot of people were thinking he might have popped up in that match, and they had enough room for one more guy. If he would have came in there and helped Roman, then Stone Cold could have came. But nah, it's the Raw after Mania. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacob Fatu. Somebody was talking about MJF. I don't have any idea. I'm not going to predict that because I don't know what his legal status is. I read he's a free agent. How true is that? But if this man pops up on the Raw after Mania, I'm excited because I'm a big MJF fan, and that it might not be nothing left really for me in AEW after that. Oh, he signed. Oh, I don't know why that guy had that rumor about MJF on my post then. But yeah, you talking about Jacob? Yeah, Jacob Fatu. Oh yeah, I was glad to see he signed, and I thought the timing of it when the news broke yesterday morning is when I seen it. I thought, oh, they got something up their sleeve. They're gonna have maybe something happen here, but they played all of us. When Roman speared The Rock, I had friends. My friend Matt messaged me and was like, "That's the spot," and I was like, "Oh, who you telling? I know that's the spot." The next night, we was both wrong. We all thought that was the spot, and I think it's brilliant. WWE got away from doing stuff like this. They got it where like things would be so predictable when they do it. Which I don't want to hear Cody Winning's predictable. Cool. That needed to happen, but it really ain't predictable when I seen all them fucking ones. Every time I put something about Cody Rhodes, them fucking ones. But yeah, I thought it was very, very interesting how they did that because I would have bet money that after that spear, The Rock, the next night, when Roman's about to win after screwing Cody over, I really believed in my heart that that's when it was going to happen. But time The Rock picked up that belt. That was the last choice he made that night. I thought it was funny. Hilarious. Now I'm going to try to plug this in while it's like at 20% to charge while we talk. But we're pretty much at a wrap with this. I mean, we'll talk a few minutes more. Anybody got questions? Or just any kind of whatever, just let it be known. It should be a lot easier when I do this again because this is my first time doing this way. But like I said, I got it figured out now. I'm just going to have to do Facebook on my cell phone. And that's fine. I don't know why. When I first got into creating and stuff like this, that's all I had. Like I would go live and I would just sit there and hope my phone wouldn't even fucking move. but it wasn't really doing nothing for me. I didn't have a big following at the time. Now I need to be going live on my phone like that just cause something. Let's see, it would be, yeah, it would get boring. And Donna said, "You make me want to do a podcast. You should. You can talk about this kind of stuff or anything. There's a million things out there." Mine started as football, really only. The very first podcast I did in college, and it was an assignment, and I did way too much. I had everything going on: basketball, hockey, wrestling, MMA. I think I even splashed in soccer. I don't even know, baseball. And it was just so much. That's why I've kind of narrowed down what I do. I'm going to cover the news and heck updates of every sport that I basically all major sports and even others. But I'm really going to feed combat, football, and pro wrestling. That's the avenues I really want to work out with in life. I want that's if I have my choosing, that's who I'd work with. I'd be working with the NFL, preferably UFC, but there's a lot of other options like Bellator. One, I don't even remember the other one, the tournament one. Is bad, but yeah, there's options there. You know what I'm saying? Like wrestling, there's plenty of avenues. The NFL is the NFL. Because I personally, that's kind of what it is there. Because I'm not interested in doing high school football or college really. So that pretty much is me. I'm passionate about what I do, even if I don't make a penny doing it, and I'm never going to let that change. So one day the grinding I've put in is going to really pay off. I will say the settings. YouTube's pretty good, or Facebook's pretty good about showing these metrics and stuff, even though it ain't they dog shit. But William, I appreciate you and Isaac on sharing the Facebook stream for me though. I know we ain't got nothing much to look at or listen to there, but yeah, I'm happy for Donna and everybody on the YouTube crew and the people from Hardcore Sports Network too. They're helping the thing roll. And any of y'all watching, you know, my afternoons are my best time for content right now because my life's a little complicated. But if anybody wants to collaborate and you're good in this time slot, like let's do it. Pretty soon I'll be available 24/7, but right now the only time I really go at nights is Fridays. It's just hard for me. Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna close out the Facebook one actually, you guys. I'll talk to y'all a couple more minutes here on StreamYard, but Facebook ain't doing nothing. I don't want it to kill my battery. It's wasting my time. Appreciate y'all on Facebook though, you guys. I expect a better show Friday. Like it was like this last week. Midweek was kind of pretty bad, and then Friday I got more than I wanted, and I like that. Not every stream's gonna be great. I'm fine with that. I just got to push them. But y'all know all my 11,000 followers. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm back to my StreamYard peoples. Yeah, I was pretty bummed. I'll be honest, because that first stream had me believing we rolling, man. That had me thinking we about to sit here and take off. But it did get likes and comments and reactions and all of that did stick. It ain't like I lost it, but still, being I couldn't keep it on the same stream, I was bummed. And I gotta send a text real quick. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. And Donna, yeah, do what you're passionate about. Absolutely. And right now, basically, I like this time slot, like 1 to 3, something in that range, like during the week. But like on Fridays, I like for some reason Friday nights I have a pretty good availability. So and the Friday night show does pretty good. So sometimes I go nights on Fridays. But today did good for this slot. I'm over here beating myself up about Facebook, but really it didn't do bad. And it's really Meta's fault, man. They don't like cross posting. They see it as cheating. Sorry about that, you guys. But yeah, but either way, I try to get something out no matter what. I have one viewer, no viewers. The very first podcast I did in my life, like I told you, I sat there and held my phone the whole time and did not move a muscle. I had a backup phone that I used for Wi-Fi, and I had like sports, like the football games on there. Like I was able to scroll and see who was playing, and that's how I did it. And I was doing that with no viewers. Like it was tough. I know I always be beating myself up, but I always look back and I got to be thankful for where I've came from, because I can't say the last time I've really have talked to myself. I mean, even when it was on Facebook a second ago, people were still in there. But I love what I do. Sports is all I really care to work with and do anything with anymore. I've worked many fields. Worked in retail, worked in cleaning. I've worked in food, a lot of food. I used to do landscaping, but I can't do that much anymore with my HS, especially in South Carolina when you really are needed to do work in landscaping. It's too damn hot. And like I said, my HS is basically in remission, so I'm not looking to bring that back out. You know, it used to be I wouldn't do this. It used to be nothing but boils. I mean, oozing infected boils. And it's not contagious. It's just it's an autoimmune disease. Like they call it inverse acne, and it's like basically adult acne in your body, and you just can't. There ain't nothing you can do about it. It comes and goes, good days, bad days. But I promise you, the pain of that ain't got nothing on to the pain I had going on with my teeth. That's a different beast, and I believe next week's when I got to go to the surgeon. Your boy's very eager about that. Donna coming on in a good time. I'm going and getting my teeth fixed soon and everything. And how long have I done this? I've been to sports, man, I'd say probably 15, 20 years, but I've done podcasting about 4 years off and on now. Like now is with this serious drive I have now, I'd say about 2 years. But I've been flirting with sports my whole life, really. I've always looked at myself as a critic, as an analyst, and I don't think that'll ever change. But yeah, HS is it's called hidradenitis suppurativa, and it's like that inverse acne I was telling you about. It's an autoimmune disease. My body just reacts to things weird. And me having a weakened immune system, you'd think I'd caught COVID or a cold. And ever since COVID came out, I ain't even caught a cold. Never got the vax. I ain't getting no vax either. Yeah, I have a weakened immune system, and that's honestly my reason to not get a vaccination now, because I can fall back on that. That's a legit reason. You give me that vaccination, you might kill me. But yeah, that's what HS is. Basically, what I just showed you with my armpits a second ago, I had to completely shave them down, and I had to put cream on them, take oral medicine, and there's a lot of keening squeezing. I don't recommend, don't do it, because a doctor would tell you can squeeze. Yeah, it's fine to squeeze a little something out, but make sure you clean it and don't get infected. But the issue with HS, it ain't no pimple. It's in a deeper layer of your skin. So it's like you're not going to be able to pop it out. Even though you get that little bit of white and blood or green, whatever the shit is, you get out of there. It feels good for a second, but you're not getting the head. And that's what my doctor had to beat into my head. Like, dude, you're not going to get it. And basically now with it in remission, I'm not taking any medication for it. But I guarantee you this summer, that's when it's bad on me. I I get it bad in the summer, but I'm prepared for that this year. You know, I am going to get outside and enjoy a day or two this summer. I won't be 7 days a week, but I got to live my life. You know, I just got to move smart. And I get people always inviting me. People, you know, people got love for me, but they got short memories. Like they invite me to go doing all kind of outdoorsy stuff. And it's like, man, I ain't trying to be uncomfortable because when it's 70 degrees, I'm sweating. So it's pretty. See, I'm sweating in my house, and the AC is on, but also the stadium lights and shit. But I'm a very hot natured guy, and my doctor told me sweat and HS go hand in hand. But it's just an embarrassing thing. You get those around your armpits and your nuts. I mean, that's the only place you get this. And the one that was on my inner thigh right there at my balls is what sent me to the doctor. Because I dealt with that in my armpits for maybe about 5 or 7 years. I was working like labor like that, like in pain majorly. And it didn't send me nowhere. I thugged it out, bro. I just thought it was ingrown hairs or something like that. But sure enough, man, people don't play about your health. And do I take vitamins for my immune system? I don't. I feel even though I got a weakened immune system, I got a strong one. I get stuff like this. I don't get colds. You know, I get weird stuff like I had a pallidal cyst that used to pop up about every 3 years. And it kind of reminds me of HS, but it's very, 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 very different. I used to get in my tailbone actually is where they grow. And I used to try to pop them, you know, but I eventually went and had surgery done in 2020 or 2019. But yeah, it got whenever that thing would inflame, I couldn't even sit down. Like I had to lay on my stomach. But my doctor cut that thing out and I ain't had it since. And I get like benign tumors all over my back, but nothing life threatening though. You know, I don't get sick. I get weird shit. But I know with someone like me that's lactose intolerant, I get my vitamin D. I drink calcium orange juice, so that helps me. I drink a lot of it too. So I feel I get my calcium and vitamin D absolutely. Cheese just makes me feel like shit. Like I know I'm lactose intolerant, but it makes me dairy, I should say. It just makes me feel miserable. So we had some pizza the other day. I didn't even look at it. I'll be honest. Last night, it just sometimes I'm in the mood for it, and sometimes it's a chore. Like I had somebody tell me one day I worked with at a place, like, man, you can eat that cheese. It's just gonna give you the shits. I said, bro, some people don't understand lactose intolerance because there's different severities of it, and there's different reactions your body has to it. My body, for example, it don't give Keenan to shit. It sits in there and sits in there. I can't shit. And I'll get it. I can get it infected if I can't have a clean bowel. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff just sits in there. That's not good for me. When I had years ago, when I was just experimenting, I ate like a whole large pie, uh, hot fudge sundae, and whatever else, glass of milk. I didn't poop like a solid, real one for about 2-3 weeks, and I was in pain very bad. My body don't digest dairy as well. I think it's deeper than being lactose intolerant. If you want to know the truth, my body just flat out don't fuck with it. Happy Monday after Mania. Hope you have a good week. Thank you. Is this Jess in here? That's my guess. I was I had it naturally going on to my personal Facebook too, but I ended that. That thing wasn't doing good. But it's my own fault. If the first stream would have stayed, and it's so crazy we haven't had one issue like since. But you know, another thing I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna start completely powering off the computer for 60 seconds before I do these because maybe it just ain't warmed up yet. I don't know. And yeah, don't eat the cheese, man. Yeah, mozzarella is about all I can rock with, truthfully. But yeah, that shit kills me. And I tell a story. I probably tell it every 2 or 3 podcasts because it's always somebody different I had a girl. Any women that love me, no surprise meals. And I tried to tell this girl that. No. And knows my body. Like you know pretty well about my body now, and she did too. Makes up some tuna casserole fettuccine Alfredo dish. And it smelled like it smelled like the strip club, if you get what I'm saying, like a stripper's thong. And I looked at her with the most like disrespect and disgusted look on my face. And she was like, "What's the matter?" I said, "You know I can't eat that shit." I said, "And you know I don't do surprises for this reason. How are you gonna go make a bowl or plate and come put it on my lap like, all right?" And so yeah, it didn't get ate. I didn't really make a scene, you know, but I ain't talked to her since. It's not my fault. I can't be surprised with food as much as unless you really know me like that. Like if I've been with a girl 10 years and oh, I'm gonna go get Keenan a steak and baked potato tonight, you know, and wings on the side or something like that can work. But if you're new in my life, I don't want to hear it. You can cook, cool. You want to cook for me? What are you making? Because that's the number one thing with me. I don't ever want to have that happen in my life again because I smelled it coming. And every time I'm like, man, you got to tell me, nah, trust me, you'll love it. I ain't being played like that ever again. And I honestly think I was set up. I think she did that shit on purpose to test me. But if you were to test me, I'm going to tell you which way it's going to go. I'm going to take 2 bites and I'm going to throw up on it. I did that to my dad. I ain't really close to my dad. My dad don't really know me like he thinks he knows me. I ain't seen my dad in 11 years, so he was in my life a little bit, but he didn't raise me. But what I'm trying to say is when I was like 8 years old, me and my sister was at my dad's apartment and they made something similar, some kind of fettuccine bullshit. And I was like, yo, I can't eat that, you know? Oh, and then I'm the bad guy. I'm a spoiled ass kid and this and that and this and that. And you know what? He made me eat it. And guess what? I threw up in the main dish of it. I got my ass whipped for that. But when my grandma found out what he did, you better believe I didn't go see him for about 2 or 3 years. He beat me for that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't play about food. And if I tell somebody I can't have something, you better believe it. I would never put my hands on my child, even if he ain't allergic to it. You don't like it? Cool. I'm gonna try to promote you to eat fruits and vegetables, but I can't make you. I'm not gonna beat your butt because you don't want it. If you want to walk around and get diabetes and weigh 400 pounds, that's you. I don't want if I had a kid, I wouldn't want my kid looking like that. But I ain't never gonna lay my hand on my kid over food. And little as my dad know, I grew up poor too. This man had good vision. He had good teeth. I never had money to get glasses or my teeth fixed as a kid. Still don't, which I do now to get them fixed this month. But when I grew up, I didn't have that. You got to think about you talking about you poor, but you really wasn't in your son's life. So how can you even, you know, I hate to make it about that and even go this direction right now. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel I'm a good dude, you know, and whoever wants to be there for me is going to be there for me. Family, friends, any of that. I don't regret my life for the decisions I've made or what I've been through even, you know. I just know I would use that to help me. I wouldn't even discipline my kid with a belt or nothing like that. I would want the lady to if they'd done something like broke a wind, you know, something stupid, something they really shouldn't have been doing. But I'm not going to lay my hand on no kids. I want to go put you in the bedroom. We're going to sit down and talk for probably 2 hours. Because Keenan is a talker. As you can probably tell by now, Dawn, I'll sit and talk your head off. I'm going to make you feel bad. I might make you cry. I'm going to make you feel real bad I'm not going to raise my voice one time. I'm going to talk to you in the most calm way. You're going to be bored of me to the point you're going to think about that night. I don't want to mess up and have to talk to him again like that. That's some shit my great granddaddy used to do. I never really got disciplined by my great granddaddy, but I hear all these stories in our family of like that's how he operated and where it came from. And so I want to use that as well. And he was doing that in an era like my great grandparents was wild, son. I've heard some stuff. Like my great granddaddy would sometimes like to drink. And he was a boss, man. He can do whatever the hell he wanted, in my opinion. But also, your wife wants you to slow down. You need to. But you come home drinking, they be fighting. I've heard stories of her putting hands on them. But they never divorced. They stayed married. They were born. My great granddaddy was born in 1919, and your great grandmama was like in 1927. So that's a different kind of era right there. But I'm thankful for it. I love where I've came from, my story and all of that. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I came from a house full of love. My mom and grandma is basically who raised me. But I had those other people, like I was telling you, my great grandparents. We moved from Maryland down to South Carolina to my great grandparents' property and all of that at the time. So they've always been pretty prominent figures in my family. I love my great grandma. My grandma would cook dinner for like the whole family on the property, and I used to be the guy. I had a little wagon, and I'd take the plates of food to everybody's house out here. And my great grandma, she was going blind, and she basically was blind legally. But I mean, obviously, it ain't. I'm not surprised she knew it'd be me. But I would come in there. My grandma wouldn't even tell her what she was making half the time, and I walk in there. Hey, baby, it's fried chicken. Like her sense of smell was just real strong because she couldn't see. And Lord, she loved the soap operas, the court TV. Oh man, I like sentimental stuff, you guys, and I don't know how or why we even got to that, but I like every podcast or live stream, try to tell y'all a little bit about me because I don't do a lot of that on my Facebook posts. I'm very private. And I feel like if you want to know me and talk to me, this is the place to do it. Watching me live, y'all commenting and stuff, it feels like real interactions, I don't want to just post some real life stuff on Facebook. And I got a lot of people that follow me, and a lot of them might love me, but I might have a lot of people that hate me. And I mean, ain't no might to it. I get death threats. That's why I went and bought a 9mm a month ago. I'm not out here trying to hurt nobody, but if you breach the door to my house, that's your ass. I ain't gonna go meet you up to fight. I ain't gonna go none of that. I ain't giving you my address. I don't want your address to go to your house to get shot. I don't want no problems at all. Honestly, I'm 30, but somebody come bring them to me, and you break in my house. That's the only way you'll get a reaction out of me. But that's what it's gonna be. And I ain't the only one I have, but that's the most recent one and the first legal in my name. Like actually doing it the right way. I like my handguns though, but when you start getting the messages I was getting, like this dude's girl, I couldn't even tell you the girl's name anymore. She put a life status, like a text post. I wasn't liking no half naked picture. And I just related it's something about family, and I liked it. And I'm getting messages like getting cussed out. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I'll kill you, boy. And like, I get tired of that stuff, man. Like, I don't mind a little bit of hate and criticism because that's expected and what I do. But there are certain lines you don't cross, and that you don't make those kind of statements to people. And yeah, Donna, people's wild on the internet. It's a dangerous place out here. And I talked to my mom like month ago, 2 months ago, about before I even got that gun. Like she didn't like the idea of me doing that. It was my money, but I told her why I had to have it. I said, man, you little miss 25 friends and no followers. You don't understand what I go through. And not that I'll never quit because this is what I love to do, but you got to protect yourself. And I see if I become a public figure like that one day, I'd have to go places with security. I ain't there yet, so don't think we talking that crazy, but I am at that level. I receive a lot of hate and death threats. Absolutely. Especially on Facebook. Some people I block. Sometimes I tag them and use screenshots against them and make them look foolish, like that dude accusing me of talking to his girlfriend over liking a post. I'll be honest, I'm single. I've been single since 2012. I don't really care for it to change. I like booty. I like vagina. Don't get me wrong, but I feel if I settle down right now, and I don't really want to, but if I was to, I would I'd be slowing myself down. I wouldn't be doing me any favors as far as chasing goals, because it'd be about family at that point. It'd be about the wife, the kids, or whatever be it, the situation you find yourself in. And I ain't ready for that. I'll be honest. And a couple years ago, when I was at my darkest and ready just to say fuck everything, and really, I mean, I really needed a person to be there for me. I didn't have that. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget that. Like, someone like you, don't this ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm talking about people that have known me like this whole journey, like that would never give you no love or respect or even hey, good job. But it was when you needed it the most. But then they want to be there when you start rising. I'm not a fan of that. I welcome all new support, thankful for it. But them types, like I was saying, that have had 10 years to do support me, and you only want to now because it's trendy. That's the issue I have with folks. And the hate, it just be different opinions. I could go say the sky's blue, they'll tell you it's purple. So Roman Reigns and Cody, that got a little bit of hate too, but I was fine with that. I didn't get no death threats over that. I'll be honest, I didn't get nothing like that from the wrestling stuff. I really don't get that kind of stuff from wrestling. Now you'll get some people that'll straight talk an essay to you and whine and cry about why it didn't go their way, you know. But that's professional wrestling. That's the internet and the internet wrestling community. That's straight up. I like that. I like drama. I don't like death threats. That's the difference. But I'm not somebody. I ain't like who some of these athletes that they want big sympathy for. No, I ain't looking for that. I don't feel like I put myself in a spot to warrant a lot of what I get, because I don't ever treat nobody like that. I never think, oh, this guy he likes the Steelers and I don't. That's his ass, because I'm about to go threaten his life. Stupid. I see that message, Nick. I'm about to reply. Been a little busy today, but I'm definitely excited to hear what you got to say, buddy. Hope that was some killer news, whatever it is you got. Yeah, I think and yeah, knowing that I think is more important. I knew this. People call me a visionary a lot. I don't like that term because I ain't Jesus. Even though you look at my nickname, Mystic. Uh, yeah, I'm mystic in a lot of areas of life, more than just sports. Like I have an intuition for things, and I seen a lot of that stuff coming, and I know it ain't done. It's far from over, and you just gotta have thick skin. My biggest obstacle, hurdle, worst enemy is myself, because nobody can get under my skin. Only I can. And when I get under my skin, like I had a period about 6 months ago, I just didn't want to do anything anymore. Something triggered me. I don't know. I just was grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, and like I wasn't breaking any barriers, And this was when I was sitting at like 6,000 followers, though. But the problem was 6,000 sounds cool, but when you've had 5,000 for about 6 or 7 years and you're not growing, you're going crazy. I told myself I couldn't do it anymore if I wasn't making money or growing. It was driving me nuts. And there was a lot of people that were begging me to do this stuff. And man, I support you. I love you. And you go hit that live button and nobody. So it's like, man, but I got past that, and I'm hoping I never have to go back to feeling that way ever again. You don't. Nobody deserves to feel how I felt those 6 months because I felt alone. I mean, I'm alone still, but I don't feel alone. If you get what I'm saying. When I was just at a period of time, I took a few days off of social media and I just kind of chilled in the bed and just sulked. And it gave me a lot of realizations though about things and made me realize if I quit doing what I'm doing, somebody's else. It's like somebody's gonna come pick the work up and take my spot. And I didn't want that. I'm too driven for that. And I know I collaborate and I have like people pages that are massive, way bigger than mine. But I don't know too many personal people in my life that's doing what I'm doing like this. But you just gotta just keep pushing. That's my advice. Can't let the bad days win. And I almost did. I think about it, if I never reconsidered things, I don't know what I would be doing or what I'd even be happy to be doing because I don't give a shit about nothing else. Like in my spare time, it's sports, video games. That's it. And that's very true. This was in the middle of football season too. This was the week the Browns and the Ravens played. And that the only time I didn't even talk about that, and I had people telling me, because I quit talking like that Thursday or Friday way before that game, And people talking about, man, Keenan just did that because the Browns won. Like, bro, which that's kind of like joking, in a way. Keenan's back, I can bust his balls type joking, but it was like, dang. But a lot of people told me that one week I took off in the football season, they said it didn't feel right, and that's when I made my argument. Like, I deserve to be growing, deserve to be making money. And things really eventually started to pick up because Thanksgiving is when I hit like 7,000 followers, and I ain't really looked back since then. So Thanksgiving was a very good day to me. I remember I was updating the Lions and Cowboys game and eating dinner, and then it just started. People started following out of nowhere. Thankful for it. Because I don't know, maybe if I didn't get that extra boost I needed to make me feel like, we doing something special here. We're growing. Uh, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be at if that didn't happen for me. Because I think God knew I needed that. I talked to God a lot in that week or two. I am a man of faith. That's certain. But at sometimes certain situations you got to handle on your own that you just can't go to God about. And I've had those in my life, plenty of them. But this was a situation I even feel like God knew, like this. I gotta look out for my son. So it's crazy how stuff like that works out to me. It's not crazy in a bad way. It's phenomenal. Honestly, it's divine intervention is what you would call it. Because I mean, I was ready to break down, dude. Like, not crying, just break down and just, I don't know what's next for me, like in my world. Because that's when HS came into play, and HS came into play. And Nick, I'll check that after this stream, bub. But yeah, HS came into play, and it just started beating me down, man. And got tired of grinding on these social medias for nothing. But no, I don't feel that way anymore. Um, Keeping track of the growth by the thousands, but the next big goal is 25K. And absolutely, Donna, it's like I was angry at God. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. He knows that. I mean, why lie to the internet? I was mad at God, and I told him that. I'm like, bro, I do what you asking me. I do everything I can. This is what I love, And I was real down. I was real down bad about what was going on in my life at the time. But I'm in a very happy place now. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever feel as bad as I did again, which because of this stuff. I don't know. Everything I just felt like I got a relief on me and I got an answer like there is somebody there looking out for me. And it's only beginning. And it showed me You were that close to saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That close. I mean, I went through a long time with that battle of not growing, and then I just got, I was ready to blow up, like I said, but I'm just glad it's not like that no more. I feel a passion in me I haven't felt in a while. And when football season ended, I kind of worried, like, man, because that I was telling you earlier that football is like my number one in combat and WWE, but football really is where the content is with me. So I was worried that maybe things ain't going to be going too good after that. No, honestly, things have been better than they've ever been after football season ended. So I'm looking forward to when it picks back up again. I can't wait. What's up, El Captain Rafucho? I believe that's the correct pronunciation. But yeah, man, what's going on? I appreciate you sliding in here. We've had a lot of support on the Hardcore Sports Network today. And I support all you guys. I got to go subscribe to some of you guys' channels, man. I'm loving it. Any of you guys interested in collaborating with me, you can shoot me a message. My YouTube is Mystic Mary, or you can go to Facebook and type Keenan Mary or Mystic Mary, and I promise you I'll be the first one to pop up. If anybody got Mystic Mary as their name my way, I'm gonna be mad because the only Marys I know are my bloodline, bro. And the only other person that is alive that could be Mystic Mary is my dad, and he already knows this is my shit. My dad ever tried some shit like that? I can't say I disown him. I ain't really close to him. But that's some foul shit like that I wouldn't let go. What's up, Brandon? I appreciate you in here, man. And I like that you mentioned your name too, bro. Sometimes, because you know how it is, you can go right now and link with this thing, and then you can go pull up Facebook and join, and it'll still act like, you didn't do that. I'm trying to get everybody trained properly with that too. I was live on my personal Facebook too. Meta has me, they want me on my monetized profile. They don't want me to be using StreamYard. I guess it's cheating because I'm over here cross posting. But the thing about that is when you have all these links, it helps you. But earlier it crashed my damn computer. I had too many streams going, but I haven't figured out now, man. I'm gonna go live on the mobile phone, like you remember the old days how we used to do it. Just I'm gonna go live maybe from a different angle and then go on StreamYard through the computer. But my next big purchase is a PC. This laptop has been nice. It's had a good run, but I can't work it like I need to. Very thankful for it, but I need me a big boy PC. And absolutely, bro, this Hardcore Sports Network, they doing some awesome stuff, man. That's why I closed the Facebook stream, because I was kind of sad. The first one was doing good until we had the technical difficulties, like it's still there, but there was like questions and reactions. And then the second one, like nobody wanted to give your boy a second chance on that. But StreamYard, where we're at right now, more than made up for it. I assume you in the ESN groups where you're commenting at right now. But yeah, so you might not see me live this way on Keenan Mary, my personal profile, anymore, because I don't want it to mess up my money or potential money, because I'll never unlock in-stream ads if I don't do this. But StreamYard can help my YouTube grow, and I'm very pumped about that. I gained 10 subs overnight for Wrestlemania Talk. Happy, man. All about trying to grow. I really focus here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I know all of it ain't going to jump like Facebook, but all of it is a piece of a puzzle. But I do appreciate all of you. I do need to wrap this thing up. I've been here longer than I thought. Stadium lights got me sweating, but I got to shave my chest. But yeah, I'll be back Wednesday. I'm thinking, or even maybe tomorrow, it's going to be UFC 300 predictions. That's a big show, man. And yeah, so Friday will be the Mystic Mary show. Might even talk about some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Got a lot of baseball going on. Need to get my Orioles lost their first series finally, and against Pittsburgh, of fucking course. I ain't mad though. The season's young, and honestly, Baltimore and Pittsburgh both look legit this year. Yeah, we had a lot of fun talking here. If anybody's popping in late, later today, catch the earlier parts of this. It's been a nice stream, I feel like. I've gone a lot longer than I thought today, but people, comment and stuff helps you go. I swear, man, there ain't a better time to be a broadcaster, streamer, analyst, whatever you guys look at me as or look at yourself as. There's no better time than now to be one. You don't need no audience like a real life audience yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I got all of that with y'all here. That's one thing I'm thankful for. StreamYard makes you never feel alone, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm sad that I had the end to run with it with Facebook. But I'm gonna pay for it another month or two. And if I'm growing on the other platforms I use it on, I'll keep it. But if not, I'm just gonna have to go live on Facebook and then individually post all my content everywhere else. And I'm all right with that. Because I'll be saving money. So I don't mind it because the performance bonus is going to help pay for a lot of my creative apps. But at the same time, it's like you trying to limit what I can use of it. Oh, me too, Donna. I'm about to go check this this steak and gravy I got in the crock pot. It's smelling good, even though it's way out. But yeah, I'm about to go peep that. I gotta fry some squash tonight, or fry some okra, I should mean. I'm gonna make some nice rice with it too. I'm hungry. I ain't even ate yet today. And that's my own doing. I have food, but I don't really have a big appetite until like dinner, really. And sometimes, but the weekends I eat like a pig. But like Monday through Friday, I get up and I don't even really eat breakfast. I'll have like juice and coffee and water and water. And I'll have a meat stick if I feel like it. But I ain't a big eater like I used to be, man. Oh God, it was going good until the okra. That fried okra slaps, lady. I love it. I like some country eating now. I'm very well rounded though, going from chicken marsala, Italian food to some country eating tonight. This the shit that makes my back big is what I'm about to be eating tonight, is what I call it. But it's honestly good. It's not going to be super hot today. Well, I say that and it says 76. Yeah, to me that's super hot, but I'm in the house, so it's whatever. It ain't gonna be that bad on me. But I wanted to have some steak and gravy, and what I was initially trying to say is probably one of the last times of the season I'll be able to really enjoy that. Because I don't see the weather slimming up any. Yeah, 76 is very hot to me. If I could have it at 65 year round, that'd be perfect. But it's beautiful because 65 in the summer and 65 or I'll say spring, because we don't get no 65 in the summer here. But if you get 65 in the spring and 65 in the winter, feels totally different. But I love both of them, and I like the 65 in the wintertime more. Man, I close it, in thoughts. I think WrestleMania. I'm gonna say it now. My intuition is telling me that's probably the best WrestleMania of all time. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not going official with that yet, but something's just telling me that. I haven't been that happy with a finish in years. Even WrestleMania 17, my favorite, the other one that's argued for the best. When Stone Cold beat The Rock, it was a whole different thing because Stone Cold, they said he sold his soul because he teamed up with Vince McMahon, and that's how they got the belt. This was a really good feel-good story for Cody Rhodes, man. I don't know if I've ever had the last time I felt this good about an ending was Eddie and Chris, but they ain't gonna really promote that no more because of the tragedy with Chris Benoit. But I'm not gonna lie, just because of that tragedy happened, it doesn't take away the fact of how special that moment was to me. It was 20 years ago. That WrestleMania I was invested in. The Undertaker was coming back, and I was in 4th grade, and I remember at that time, when the Undertaker was coming back as the dead man, a lot of people in my age group didn't understand the dead man. They only knew the biker. Like they didn't study the old history of wrestling really. They knew him as big evil. So when they were showing them vignettes to the Undertaker and the Lightning and the Graveyard and the Fog, and a lot of young kids is spooked out and were like, "What are they doing here?" This Oddcats on the Dead Man's coming back, and they didn't quite understand it. The Dead Man, that's his gimmick. That's the character. So as a kid, me having all this wrestling knowledge, it made me feel good. But then you had the other people like Nerd. I don't give a shit about that no more, man. I love pro wrestling, and it's better than any kind of drama you can watch on TV. People talking about, oh, it's a soap opera and blah. Yeah, it is, but you turn on anything on TV, what really ain't? What isn't? What aren't they trying to have some drama or some kind of entertainment? You know? And me, I enjoy the live aspect of it. It's a live physical thing. You know, it might not be a legit. I don't want to say it like that. It might not be the competition like you would think it is, but it still is. And that's awesome, Donna. That's exactly when I came into play. And I'll tell you that right now before I leave. The very first time I stumbled across wrestling, it was on USA. It was Monday Night Raw, and it was The Undertaker. This is why he's just my GOAT, my favorite of all time, and he'll always own that. But he was strapping Stone Cold to the cross. And I was like, well, 97 and 98, I was like 4 years old. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I knew about church and stuff, and I knew what the hell they was doing, and it wasn't good. I was like paranoid, but I was intrigued. Like I had the TV muted because my mom and grandma probably would have beat my ass if they knew what I was watching. But yeah, I watched that and I was just intrigued. And like it went off the air, them doing that. Like it left a lot of it was a cliffhanger. So it really left a lot to be desired and to figure out the following week. Even as a young kid, I'm growing mentally, you know, I don't understand the world yet. And it just hooked me. And I've always had nothing but respect for the Dead Man since. I went back and started watching his history, and I even said the last podcast I talked about how that whole thing started. You know, he played phone tag with Vince McMahon and some of Vince's assistants like JR and them and talent guys. I think I can't remember one of them. One of them that's just terrible. But yeah, he was talking with all of them phone tag, and one day out of nowhere, Vince called the Undertaker and was like, and there wasn't no Undertaker. He called Mark, and Mark answered the phone. And he's like, "Is this the Undertaker?" Like he already had it all in his head what his vision was for the Undertaker. And the beautiful thing and the crazy thing about that is that WCW executives told the Undertaker he ain't gonna make it. They said he just doesn't have the look, he ain't it, or whatever it is. They said it about him. And I appreciate this comment. I don't know who it's from, but they said, I hate when people talk it down. No, it's scripted. So is the movies and shows you watch. It's entertainment, hence the E in the name. Exactly, bro. Everything even the news is scripted, son. You should, Nick. I think that's Nick. That's crazy. I said Nick, but if it ain't, I apologize. But whoever was saying that, you can feel me. Like anything you watch is scripted in a way. Even real life. I mean, it's bad to say. I can think of a million things that can fit the category as that, but it's not as good or entertaining as wrestling. Dude, I was invested. I didn't think I could be even more invested than I already was last night. And then when that gong of the Undertaker hit, man, I'm marked out. You know me, that's my GOAT. And if I remember correctly, Randy Orton's your GOAT. Daniel Tyler, yep, I believe that's who your GOAT is. And Randy, I wanted Randy to win, but I did take Logan Paul. But at the end of the day, I was happy. And the outcome may be scripted, but the work they put in to endure and perform is crazy. That is absolute truth. I had a guy, my friend Moses, I went to school with back in the day, and he's a pretty tough dude, you know, don't give a shit about wrestling, one of those guys. We were at the boxing gym, and we was sparring a little boxing. He didn't like my jab. He didn't like that, so I'm like, well, let's wrestle. You know, so he let me body slam him into wrestling ring, bro, and it knocked the wind out of him. And I mean, I felt it because I like wrestling. It ain't got no give. But for somebody that hates on the product the way he did, and when I hit him with that body slam, he had a new respect for that sport, bro. It's like, yeah, it ain't easy. You get on that top rope and jump, and somebody roll out the way, and you hit that mat. That shit hurts. I'll say I've never jumped up on the top rope and done that now. I'm not no high flyer, but I've been body slammed. I've had German suplexes done to me, choke slams. I'm a little sketchy on letting somebody do a pile driver or something like that because I don't trust people. I end up like dang stone cold, almost die because of it, you know. When I saw that, that's when I jumped back before. My grandma's watched in. I personally didn't get back into high school, been obsessed since. I really slowed down with my passion. It was about 2012 or 13. And like that same week, Charlotte debuted, Charlotte Flair, which that's my favorite female, you know. And she kept me around, but there were some rough years, like from there till now. 2016 or 17, one of those years were really great. I think it was 16, like when AJ Styles came, and they had a lot of fun programs going down. But outside of that, it's been some rough years. And with The Rock coming back, they're in great hands. I'm excited to see what they do when they go to Netflix. The edgy stuff's only beginning. I tell people all the time, don't call it the Attitude Era. This is something totally different. They're trying to be better than that, which it ain't easy, but they are on the right path. Dude, my jaw dropped when Undertaker came out. Oh yeah, Orton has always been my favorite. Yeah, I try to remember little details, especially when it comes to sports, man. I'm like an encyclopedia with people like that. Like you tell me, like, say I know you like the Falcons, I remember that, but like, say if you tell me today, like you like the Utah Jazz, 5 years from now, I see you liking somebody else. I'm gonna have to check you. And I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to tell somebody you only can like one team or one person your whole life, but I'm weird about that. So that's how you know I'm doing what I should be doing. But Orton is fantastic. I'm glad he's actually able to come back. I'm glad it wasn't him to take the fall there, even though he got the L too. But I'm still glad it wasn't him. And yeah, Logan with the crazy air on that splash to Kevin Owens. Logan's phenomenal, dude. And I used to give him a very hard time. I actually give his brother the hard time still. I've always given them both a hard time, but Logan's done a lot to win me over. He's box office. He's a hell of an athlete. I stand by me saying I don't believe he was built for like combat, like boxing and MMA. Even though he boxed Floyd Mayweather, but that was an exhibition. Floyd Mayweather was like 45, and he was there to get paid. You know, they were no knockouts allowed. So I would go do that with Floyd Mayweather if you're talking like that. You know, but I feel like Logan's found where he needs to be. This is his life now, and he deserves it. I was happy about Gunther and Sami Zayn too. You know, even though that was one of the I got 2.5 matches wrong, and that was one of them. And I know the point five sounds crazy, but I did call Miz or the Awesome Truth, I should say, to win that. But I took DIY as the other team. But it's Logan or Gunther now. People were sad about that, and I know that I was wrong, but I was completely fine with it because now you can elevate Gunther, dude. But I would have made it. I would have hammered the desk and be like, dude, I know it's WrestleMania. Let me lose this belt at SmackDown. Let me lose it at Raw or Night 2, something, man, because that 666 days as the record holder reign. I wouldn't want that attached to me, and I don't know when the next time is they're gonna ever see somebody hold that belt like that. Charlotte's a unicorn. I love me some Charlotte, but I don't think I've ever thought of that. And y'all, I'm still here with me. I might have to reset this one more time. All right. Yeah, I had that damn BS happen again, but hey, I'm about to wrap this up like I was trying to, but I'll answer these last couple questions before we get out of here. But yeah, Charlotte is a unicorn was the last thing that I seen, and I love the queen, man. But I've never thought to call her that. But yeah, this laptop fucking can suck my balls, dude. Like that this battery was 100%, and no, it didn't die because I have it on the charger. It just got overpowered. But earlier, the motherfucker that went from 100% to 20% in an hour of streaming. This shit fucking sucks, man. The next thing I fucking buy will be a PC. But yeah, WWE is Logan's calling. Daniel said, "Have you seen Bray's documentary on Peacock?" Oh yeah, bro. I thought they did great with that. I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan, and I'm hoping maybe next year we can get him up in the Hall of Fame. But I did like what they did to give him recognition and praise though this year at it. But this year the big focus was more about Paul Heyman, so maybe next year it can be centered on him. In 666 days, I'm telling you, I would have fought that. I would have told Triple H, it ain't got to be one day extra. It can be a day less. I ain't losing that belt with that, dude. I'd be like, man, you can have me drop that shit on SmackDown or something. I don't give a shit. New Catch Republic, DIY. I'm glad a lot of us see the good in DIY. You know what I'm saying? But it made sense that Theory and Waller got it though. I will say that 666. It wouldn't be attached to me, but Gunther don't give a shit. I tell you that. I'm having issues laptop as well, battery wise. If it's not on the charger, if I have 3 times up, dude. I'm glad you relate to me, Nick, and you got the laptop. It's pretty much the same one I got. So, dude, it's the same shit. And I blame Facebook because I did the experiment with the Facebook by itself and did StreamYard everything else. And the first one was jumping, bro. I mean, for an afternoon slot for me that really don't jump, we had everybody in there commenting and liking, and then it crashed. So when I opened it up and did it again, it was kind of a headache because I had to give my computer permissions of the camera again, but it wouldn't pop up to let me do it. So I had to make an entirely different stream a second time, and nobody was giving me hard. Well, later into it they were, but I really wasn't getting no love on that. It was all coming from here, man, on YouTube. I feel you. I'm over this laptop. Like I charged it all fucking day. I get on here not even an hour in, that motherfucker talking some 18%. Like, dude. And years ago, I used to be like, man, laptop better than a PC. Hell no, it's not. I won't ever make that mistake of saying something like that again. I'll probably never own a laptop again when I'm done with this. The SmackDown Superstars is fantastic. They got the SmackDown titles and Awesome Truth being on Raw. They got the Raw. Yeah, man, for sure. It makes a lot of sense. It's perfect, and I'm with it. I'm excited to see what's going to be going down on SmackDown tonight. I see David Fennell laughing. I know you was laughing at my shit crashing. I appreciate you here, man. Always. It's been a minute, but always love, man. Your Chiefs been killing it. I know you want that 3-peat next year, bud. I don't want to see it for y'all, but I said it's a handful of teams, only a handful of teams that really can stop that from happening. We ain't making that discussion today, though. I'll be here another hour. You heard about the draft coming back? I haven't really followed that, but maybe Nick Sleeper Sports Media here. He go follow or go subscribe to that guy too, Donna. I think you would like him. There you go. I was about to tell you, he have the answers for you. If I don't know it, he'll know it. That's where teamwork comes into play. I got to get back on my not missing even the smaller shows. And for somebody like me, I was mad at the OG NXT. I ain't missed shit. But now I feel like I fell off with NXT, and it's not like that. It ain't like how I feel about certain AEW stuff. It's just I ain't really watched it. But there's a lot of other. I want to get back into watching those things. Little things matter, Like them press conferences, dude. That shit got me a few more subs finally, Nick. And I'm able, I believe now I can finally try to get the it's verified is what it's called on YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to do that now. I'm able to, and I'm probably gonna do that tonight or in the morning. Actually, I ain't going to right now because when I get off this laptop, I'm done looking at this laptop. This shit is just not a tank, dude. And, you know, some at our school, some programs got an option like, hey, do you want a laptop or a PC? I really wish they gave us that option, but at the time, the wave I was on, I never owned a laptop before, so I was all about wanting a laptop, you know. And so I feel like even if I had the choice, I probably still would have picked this stupid laptop. Nah, man. After I get these teeth fixed, though, I'm gonna start looking at PCs. I'm done with it. I got to be good. They kept them split like before. I think they should, but it's every time they split them, and it seems like they will. Oh, somebody's on a different show that shouldn't be, which is it's fine, but it's hard. But I like the idea of splitting because some of the you can have less days. Like somebody like Maven. I know you know Maven pretty well from the era you was from. I like some of the stuff he says on YouTube. He was talking a lot about like the work schedule was better when they had it the draft split happened in 2002 or whatever, and that makes sense. He was saying like, but the ones that weren't Raw really got their best end of the deal because being SmackDown was taped. But yeah, he was saying back then when it was split, the workload was a little easier on people. And Nick said, "Sorry, I skipped you. For hours, it makes sense to be being on a laptop." Yeah, dude, it absolutely does. That's a must. I don't even know what I'll even use this laptop for when I'm done, dude. I've said since day one the iPad is a better piece of equipment than this is. The iPad, I can be on YouTube 20 all day. I mean, I can play with that, have something in the background on the internet, and that battery lasts. But yeah, dude, I feel like if I ain't gonna be too happy until I get me a computer. Not like in general, but just with what we do. I feel like if I crash one more time, I'm gonna be very upset. That ain't professional, but it ain't like we can help it. But also imagine you working for like say you get on and doing a gig for this big name company and you have to do something like this when we're very good at this stuff, you know, but then you have a crash in the middle of a live show that's making money. That stuff worries me. I've not seen his show. I keep forgetting he has one. SMH. It's all good. And the batteries are made different. If we used it for so much for editing and stuff, it just cooks that bad. I'm telling you, bro. Gosh, this stuff, this shit on here is crazy. But you're right about the editing. I have done a few things on the iPad, or if the brightness is up, then that's when the battery will die real bad for me. But yeah, I'm a bigger fan of the iPad. I feel like. You ain't lying. See, I had a theory, and this is before you was on here and we was really talking about the issues with these things. I had a theory that the charger was it was overheating it or something and triggering the crash. So that's why I was all happy today. I'm like, well, I got this bitch charged. Nope, it crashed like before the battery was even dying, man. It crashed at like 80% or something like that. And sure enough, then when I put the charger in later, we had a second crash, but I'm gonna be sure I get off of here before I have another crash. That's a fact. But what I said I was gonna do, Nick, to make Maida happy and also make my own self feel kind of decent, I'm gonna go live through Facebook on my cell phone. And so I don't have a whole nother like today. I learned from these trial and errors. I don't want to do that on this piece or this laptop right now. But I'm gonna go live, get me another something like a stand or something for my phone, and I'm going to go live on Keenan Mary, my personal profile that way. And then I'll come on the computer with StreamYard and go live to all these platforms. And that's what I kind of was doing now, but well, without the phone, obviously. But that's what I need to do, and it'll at least eliminate one of those tabs and stuff like that. And yeah, them vertical lives and shorts. I need to fuck with that. I don't think I've ever outside of StreamYard, I don't think I've ever went live on YouTube like through their app yet. Yeah, send me that tripod link, man, because I definitely gotta get that. It'll kind of feel like the old days because I was talking to Donna in the chat about how I'd hold it and do it, and then I was thinking, well, it hit me live mid sentence. I was like, that ain't gonna work because if I'm live on StreamYard and live on Facebook, you can't see me, you know. So that's when I was thinking I got to get me a tripod. Well, I didn't call it. I couldn't even think of the name, dude. I was calling it a stand and shit. But yeah, that's a tripod. That's exactly what I need. I had one from I bought from like a 10.5 and below. I think I got it from in Florence. That motherfucker came out the box and broke the minute I put my phone on it. You know, cheap ain't good. I'm starting to learn that the older I get. Something might be cheap, but hey, it's shit usually. I had a vacuum, a Sharp, bet top of the market. When you think of Sharp, Dyson, you know, I've never had a bad Shark or Dyson. I got one right now that's like 7 years old that I still use. I bought a little Dirt Devil or something like for I have my cats. They basically got their own room, and so I wanted one for hard wear and tear for them. That vacuum, that cheap $50 vacuum, broke the first fucking time I cranked the thing, or not cranked it, but you get what I'm saying. Time I plugged that motherfucker up and hit the power. And Best Buy, I love Best Buy, dude. I guess where I'd be getting anything tech wise, like gadgets. That's where I ordered my piece. I got that piece for my mic because you know I wasn't able just to plug it up in the laptop like I thought. But yeah, I ordered that from Best Buy, man. I got a headphone converter, a charger converter. I got a few different things I like from Best Buy that do that. Love Best Buy. Their gaming section's thin these days, though. I remember when you go in there and they had all the gaming stuff, and they have nice. From what I seen, they have some good options on some PCs, but I ain't gonna jump on the first one I look at. I even got guys that can build them. Depends on what kind of money they talking though. I don't want it for gaming at all. I don't want somebody, if I have them build me a PC, to think that I might be streaming, but I ain't gonna be gaming. I got an Xbox for that. I don't really care to play games on a computer. I know that sounds weird. I'm the biggest gamer and I'm over here saying something like that, but it's true. I don't PC game. I know people say it's the best and it's cool. You can play your PC, I can play Xbox, and we can play together. How about that? The Xbox is a big ass PC, basically. Man, we've been rolling between the first stream and this one. We've been going 3 hours and just ranting and raving. Anybody that's late in the stream, just rewind from the start and enjoy. I'm telling you, dude, we've talked about all kind of stuff in here today. Life, Wrestlemania, touched on fucking football, baseball. Nothing like major right now. I'm just saying we've entertained all of these different subjects. You know what we ain't talked about though? That eclipse, and I'm sure I've missed it or in the process of missing it. It looks gloomy outside and dark outside, but it don't look like nothing I can't go outside and look at. Yeah, I was joking, y'all. I don't give a shit about that eclipse, man. And you people saying it's the rapture, man. I don't know. If you believe in that, like if you're a Christian or a Catholic, which is fine, I'm a Christian. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you believe that's the rapture, then you don't believe in the Bible because the Bible tells you only God knows. Jesus don't even know when God's going to tell him to come to start the rapture. I can't quote everything in the Bible, but when I do quote something, I know. And I know for a fact that's been beat in my head my whole life, and I've read it with my own two eyes. No man, not even Jesus, knows the time of the rapture. So y'all quit trying to scare people. And honestly, if the rapture's today, cool. The world shit. That's why all I care about is my sports stuff, my people that rock with me, food, entertainment, really. You know, I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to worry about some doom and gloom shit, man. If some aliens come out of this and kill me, whatever, dude. That's one thing I don't stress worrying about what I can't control. I think too many of y'all, you're too woke. That's what it is. It's okay to be woke and think for yourself and be able to smell bullshit, but y'all sometimes be worrying about things that ain't there. Like that Baltimore Bridge, for example. I don't think that's what you guys think it is at all. I just really don't. I'm not saying there hasn't been instances in world history where shady shit's happened too, though, because it has. But that's just one of those things I ain't touching. I ain't gonna say nothing, no conspiracy about the bridge like that. And I appreciate you on that link, bro. I'm gonna go check that message that you sent too, man. I just been so tied up with this, as you see. But I'm about to get off of here when I run through these last couple from you, bro. Just to be able to do some gaming on it, especially because you can get the PC Game Pass for Xbox and whatnot. Do you have to pay any extra for that, or is that already like bundled in Ultimate? It'd be interesting, but I definitely wouldn't pay times two. And Minecraft on PC is top tier. I was a console guy for years. I was big on World of Warcraft, stuff like that. So when I was really into PC gaming, there's another game, Endless Online. It was a free one, and it was some corny graphics, but it was very, very good game. And I used to grind that like summers in middle school, and it was like, honestly, I got it before World of Warcraft because I couldn't afford World of Warcraft. So it was like your knockoff cheap version, but it was fun. Dang. Oh, it's all in one? Hell yeah. And it's dark. It's like bluish green outside here, if that makes sense. Like that's the vibes I'm getting. I gotta go outside in a minute. I gotta get the mail and all of that. And it's free for a while when you get it. Well, what I was saying was because I pay for Game Pass on Xbox is what I was trying to say. And I got Ultimate. I think it's like 15 a month, and they might have went up. I ain't looked at the bill statement in a while. But yeah, I was saying I wouldn't want to pay for that twice. But if it's all bundled in one, it works out good. Never got it to work. Yeah, I hadn't messed with it too much either. Always a good time to mess with stuff though. I need to side, but hey, one thing certain, Facebook can't tell me I didn't mess with their studio. And that might be another thing too, because they say a lot of things you do or don't do, or you don't do, can not trigger the system to help you. And being I never opened a live production Facebook studio or whatever, I mean, maybe that's why they won't push my shit, like the in-stream ads. But there's a lot to figure out with that. Every day is something, bro. They told me you can't post nothing with a TikTok watermark or any kind of watermark, even if you own it. Now, it's a fib because I have friends. I ain't gonna say her name, but one of my friends, all she posts is her videos from TikTok. It's got that stupid ass doo-doo-doo sound and the dumbass logo, but right under it, you can see where she's advertising, making money for it. And it's like, man, Facebook be trying to bullshit me. They look out on the performance bonus, but they don't want to give me nothing else. They told me when I was like 5,000 followers, when I hit 10,000 followers, I'd unlock subscriptions, and it kept showing that in my tools to come, you know. And the day I hit 10,000 followers, man, that motherfucker disappeared. And I asked them about that, and they were like, "Oh, you got to meet the criteria." I said, "I did. I had all checks." And then when I finally hit the last one, it was like, it's gone. But I mean, honestly, I don't know anybody that would pay to subscribe to me anyway. So I can't even get y'all to send me stars, man. But so I'm all right with that in the bigger focus. What's gonna make me money is posting the fuck out of stuff, original content, borrowed content, whatever be it. Because you can even two people can make money on the same post, but you can't have you gotta tweak something, if you get what I'm saying. gotta change your picture a little bit, your caption. Like people that just straight yoink and yoink and don't even edit, even videos. Like, because the system will pick up on something. If you take a video, like last night, that Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman hugging videos, everybody's posting it, and it's everywhere. I borrowed it from WrestleFeed, but I went and took 4 seconds off of it. It ain't the same video no more. You know what I'm saying? So people got to move better. And obviously, I've had some fuck ups that led to me learning things like this. But and he said, "Oh, was that subscriptions you were talking about? Never got to work." But yeah, I was hyped to even entertain getting that. But more I think about it, that would be more better. Like I feel like if I when we hit like 100,000 followers or something like that. Because I mean, 11,000 is nice and cute, but a lot of my audience is like me, man, struggles. So I get it. I get why people can't donate money. I can't do. I mean, you have the dental bills I got, and you also don't even have a personal vehicle of your own. Yeah, you'll understand then how bad shit can be. I had good intentions of my car being my next purchase, but then it's hard to eat dinner, can't chew. I'll be thank God when this is over. It's been a ride, you guys. All right, we've hit 3 hours. I feel like because I know I was live 20 minutes or so before the shit happened earlier, but yeah, I can't believe it's 3:30. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the next couple streams might not go like this. Maybe Friday nights, because Friday nights y'all tend to have it jumping. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's watched. We've had people rocking from ESN on Facebook to Mystic Mary on YouTube to the Hardcore Sports Network on YouTube, everywhere. When another guy from the Hardcore Sports Network popped in. I appreciate you, man. We about to roll out, but all love for all you people. I need to go definitely subscribe to some of you guys that are from the network that's commented today. I'm happy to meet the people I've met, and I'm looking forward to meeting who I haven't. There's a lot of great talent in here, like I've said, and I've more seen some of the Facebook and a little bit of the Twitter side, but I'm not too active on Twitter. I'm the Facebook man more than anything, but I'm gonna try to get back into Twitter, but I'm in a weird spot, man. I might start over my Twitter and make a whole new thing. I can't change my handle. I don't feel like my handle's professional, even though it is, because it used to be Killer K Don't Play, and I don't know, like 2014, they made me change it to something. It said it wasn't like family friendly, and I kid you not. And I know Twitter is a war zone now with Elon Musk owning it, but back then that Killer K Don't Play, they didn't play about me using that. So I said Trilla K is family friendly. And now looking back at the shit I'm trying to do, and I don't even go by that name anymore. You go see me everywhere, Mystic Mary, and go on Twitter, Trilla K. That shit's corny. I mean, I'm not saying I deleted. I mean, I probably will. I mean, I don't even use it much, but I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with that. Because I mean, I've only gained like 10 followers since I came back, and I mean, for 2 or 3 months there, I was trying, but I don't know. I'm definitely glad to see progress picking back up on YouTube again for me. And maybe when I get that stream set away, we'll be good. And you too, Donna. Have a great day. I'm gonna be excited to watch Raw tonight. And I gotta get out of here myself, you guys. It's been fun. We started shaky, but I'm actually very proud of how it ended. I'm still a little upset about how Facebook went today, but I feel now, with that error, I feel my next plan is going to be even better. But I'm going to get off of here, and I got to go get into some stuff. So y'all have a great day, great night. Have a great week.